Welcome to the 12th episode of Subscriber Showcase. I know it's been a bit of a while since the last one, but that was because I was absolutely overwhelmed by the amount of people who sent in submissions. So apologies if you don't see yours in this one, but rest assured it will be in a future one. So let's get into it. Hi, I'm Matt and you're watching Model Minutes. Before I start the video, a quick shout out to my patrons. A massive thank you to you for the support you give me. Take a look at the links in the description to find out how you can get involved. So, 12 episodes of Subscriber Showcase. Let's take a look at the first person who sent something in. First up, we've got Alvin from Malaysia. He'd like to show us one of the hardest models he's ever built. He says it's also his favourite model ship that he has, and it's the 1-700 Imperial Japanese Navy aircraft carrier Akagi made by Fujimi. This model took about a month to build. He says that he loves this model because the detail is fantastic, even on the tiny parts. He always felt amazed with the detail when he was building it, but the decals for the aircraft was lacking somewhat. It only had roundels and no other markings. The whole model is hand painted with Tamiya acrylic, Tamiya enamel, and a tube of white acrylic craft paint that he used as part of his university assignment. He also made some small improvements to the nets next to the flight deck and used small fishing nets for those. He also added a piece of wood to the stand and some oil paint for the stains on the side. He had a bit of an accident when he was building this. The model was nearly finished and for some reason a box fell onto the model, causing her to fall onto the floor. The ship lost the anchor at the stern, it broke a bit of the stern and the supports for the flight deck, but thankfully the kit provided a spare anchor in the box. Overall, he would recommend this kit and he gave the kit a 9 out of 10 rating due to the excellent detail, but it lost a mark because of the decals. He does have a YouTube channel. At the moment he doesn't have many build videos over there, but I'll put a link underneath the video if you'd like to take a look. And if I'm brutally honest, Alvin, I think that your aircraft carrier model looks absolutely amazing. So a massive thank you to you for sending that one in. Up next we've got Byron. Byron has sent in a couple of his model kits, which are the ever popular Airfix Spitfire and Ju-87. Byron's not been in the hobby for a particularly long time, but I can see that he's definitely improving as time goes on. I think that he's done a reasonable job with these kits for someone with so little practice. Thank you for sending them in, Byron, they were great to see. Up next we've got a Spitfire and Warhawk from Flight Sergeant Tubbs. What I particularly like about the Spitfire is the fairly neat paint finish, and it looks to be well constructed. The cockpit canopy looks like he's done a really good job of painting that one too, so well done there. The P40, as most of you probably know, is one of my favourite kits, as I've built so many of them on my channel in the last couple of years. Looks to be really well done as well. He has gone for a Flying Tiger's paint scheme here, which I've not yet done, and I'm actually inspired by his one to go and get one for myself. As always, let Flight Sergeant Tubbs know what you think of these two excellent models in the comments below. Thanks for sending those ones in. Up next we've got a number of submissions from Les. He sent us a 1/32 B-17, F-18, Sea Fury, F4J Phantom, F100D and a B-25, along with a 1/24 scale P-47 and a 1/200 scale USS Arizona, and he says that he built these over the last 5 years. And to be honest, there isn't much I can say about these kits, other than they look absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to let you take a look at these photos and absorb the modelling goodness that exudes from them. Thanks Les for sending these in, they were a real delight to see. Up next, we've got a number of submissions from Mark. We've got a Airfix 1/72 scale ME262, a 1/72 scale Vampire in South African Air Force colours, an AMT 124 Chevrolet, Eduard 1/72 MiG-15, a Posher 1/4 scale Panigale, is that how you say it? I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. Revell 1:48 scale B17, Suzuki 1:12 scale Katana, a Tacom 135 G6 which he's actually driven in real life, Tamiya 1:6 scale Honda CB, a Tamiya 1:12 scale Marcus Honda, a 1:12 scale McLaren, a 1:20 scale F12000, a Tamiya 1/32 scale Corsair, a 1/32 scale Spitfire, a 1/48 scale Beaufighter, a 1/48 scale F14, a Tamiya ME262, a 1/48 scale Nakajima floatplane, a 1/72 scale Spitfire, and a 1/32 scale Eindecker. So you can see here that Mark has been incredibly busy with his modelling hobby recently. And what I absolutely love about all of his models are that they are very intricately detailed and the paint schemes are very neat and tidy. So a massive thank you to you for sending all of those in, and make sure you let him know what you think of them in the comments below. Up next we've got Matt B, and he sent in an Airfix 1/72 scale BF109 G6, and he built it out of the box as one of the paint schemes that came included, and if you've seen my recent unboxing of this you'll know which ones were included. He says the kit went together really nicely, although no interior details were in there, which again you'll know from my unboxing. The trickiest part of the build was the spiral spinner decal, which I ended up cutting half off and made the decal shorter than it should be. He says this was the second kit he ever made using an airbrush, and he's really happy with the results. He masked off the camo using blue tack and misted over the fuselage to blend the underside blue with the camouflage colours. He finished the model with some light smoke staining using Tamiya weathering powders and panel lining using Humbrol black enamel wash. He says this was the first time he ever managed to use this wash without taking off the paint when he was cleaning it up. He is very happy with this, and he says it's the best one he's built yet, and he's looking forward to completing some more. I think he has done a fantastic job with this one, and the airbrushing has certainly helped. So well done to you for sending that one in. And finally, last one up, we've got Solomon, who sent in 3 of his aircraft, a Hawker Hurricane Mark 1, a RAF Bristol Blenheim Mark 1F, which has a variety of decals on, and a D3A Val, which has bigger identification on one side and brown on the other. What I love with Solomon is that he's not being particularly serious with his modelling, and he's made what he's wanted to do with his little dioramas, and they're quite exciting if I'm honest. And I think this is what modelling is about. It's about having fun and exploring and doing what you want and not worrying about what other people are going to say. So well done, Solomon. I think you've done a really good job with these. So as always, a massive thank you to everyone who sent that in, and don't forget that if you'd like to get involved, this is how you can do it. Number 1, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Number 2, email any of your high quality pictures, video, text or audio of your work to modelminutes@hotmail.com. Number 3, wait for the video featuring your work to go live. As I said before, I was inundated with submissions from the last one, so please be a little bit patient if I take some time getting around to making a new video. But hopefully the next one should be out soon. All that's left to say is thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the workbench again next time.